today is Christmas, alright? So just so you guys know, today is Christmas. So during Christmas, nobody goes to school and nobody works. Maybe some people do work, right? But most people are on holiday. So what happens when people are on a holiday? They sit at home. So what happens when they sit at home? They write essays. Okay, so today I found a very interesting essay. So this person made a mistake. He shouldn't have posted this essay. Okay, because once you post it on the internet, it stays on the internet. And that's how it is, you know? That's how it is. If you don't want people to look at your essays to begin with, don't post it on the internet. So he already deleted it. He regret his decision. So this person, alright, he regret his decision. Males in gacha games are hated for some reason. And it's sick. It's sick that people hate males and hate dudes in gacha games. So obviously it's been deleted. You can see the post was deleted by the person who originally posted it. But guess what? This is the internet. What you post here stays here. Alright? Everyone can look at it. So he mentioned specifically one game. Guess what game? Nikke. He mentioned Nikke specifically. Alright? So Nikke was brought up. That's why there's no dudes. Why there's no dudes in Nikke? So we're gonna talk about it. Alright, gonna read some comments, we're gonna talk about it. So what do you guys think? Hated for some reason. Okay, let's see some of the response here. Title: Hating male in gacha games. Content: about having playable male in a waifu centric gacha, aka Nikke. Those two are totally separate or different statements. People like Anderson as a character in Nikke. Opinion about Johan is split, but that's because his character, not because male. Alright, comments I've seen basically like Mustang as a character. Having playable male Nikke? Sorry, big no. So basically, I do think that he writes something like he wished that, you know, some characters in Nikke are male players and male characters and stuff. So I don't think it's you know, just so you guys know, alright, it's different target audience. So Nikke, it's not like they hate male characters. It's just that the entire game revolves around targeting, you know, male players, and they just want to have female. You know, all the Nikkes have to be female, right? I think that's just how it is. So I think he's taking it wrongly, right? So it is what it is. So let's see a few other ones. More like a machine, a humanoid male. Otherwise, we will have 9S2. There's also a banner reason, like it will be 3 banner in 21 days. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Oh, Pascal, is it? And Anderson. So yeah. So for Honkai Impact 3rd and Nikke specifically, what do you expect? People played the game due to its full girl cast of playable characters. It's like going into Honkai Star Rail asking why it isn't Genshin type of gameplay. So yeah. Want to look at men shaking the behind? I don't think that's what they're trying to look at, right? But yeah, you can't go to Nikke and expect to have. Now here's the thing, I sort of can see from a different angle or a different perspective. Nikke is a good game. Alright, Nikke is a really, really good game, and I can see why people think or why people really want, they wish it has some male characters, because it's a good game, right? And this is not like anything wrong specifically, and you know, that means that Nikke is attracting a different type of audience altogether. But it's just the content of Nikke is specifically they are trying to target a male audience generally, right? So it's not that they hate male characters. There are male characters in the game, just not playable ones. Alright, those are NPC and stuff. It is what it is, you know. Asking for female playable characters in Token, Ranbu or Twisted Wonderland. Okay. Whoa, minus 141. Well, that's a lot of minus on Christmas, by the way. There were signs that the company wanted to add them as playable characters, but the fans shot down that idea. And considering how toxic Honkai's fanbase has become, especially in the shipping wars, I would not have any sympathy for them. All these downvotes prove my point. So I believe he's talking about Honkai Honkai Impact. Honkai Impact 3rd. That there are signs that they wanted to add male characters. I'm not sure. Was there male characters in Honkai Impact? I think they were. They were 1 or 2. I think I've seen before. But yeah, I'm not too sure. If Nikke have dude, I will play. Damn. This is a lot of minors though. 141. Okay. The Hoyo wanted to add men in Honkai Impacted comes from a single survey that was exclusive to the CN player base, where they expressed they didn't want that. Okay, so the CN players say they don't really want that, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's just preferences, you know, they take the survey, and that's why they ask the players, right? Surveys are always asking for players' opinion, and I always encourage more companies to do survey, right? Getting to understand their audience. There literally is a playable guy as well. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? And some playable segments. They aren't gacha, so it's not really the same, but man, what makes the company right compared to the fanbase? You're not the target audience, that's it. If companies want to have their way, they want to be FGO where they rake in billions without doing much. At the start, they should add male characters as well. You either start as a full waifu game or mixed games, because those things filter a lot of players. Those who start as a waifu game will riot if they add male character, of course, and those who once start in a mixed games will riot if their male's character added in a long time, even though the revenue indicate that female character is more profitable. If the company changes its direction of the type of playable character in the middle, it will most likely cut off a lot of its player base. So their own fault if that happens. Do I agree with this sentiment? I guess I can see why companies don't want to risk it or don't want to change the perspective. Like imagine like you know, like a guy only or a waifu only. Like imagine Blue Archive started adding some male players, some male characters. It would be very, very weird. Yeah, I think Nikke and Blue Archive should remain as it is. I don't think they should just change it shouldn't just change, right? Like I think it would be very weird, right? I think it would be extremely, extremely weird. It's always going to be something to consider. Adding all these downvotes are just proving my point to your comment doesn't actually prove your point. It just proves you are wrong. If you care more about what the community is all about, more than the actual game itself, then I suggest going to a community and do a vibe check first before installing a game. If the community is toxic according to your definition, just forget about the game and look for another community. Yeah, some communities are toxic for sure. People who play the game for the sake of enjoying it don't even visit the communities most of the time. They only look at guides or theory crafters. Okay? Every day I thank Shift Up for being one of the most sensible and generous gacha developers on this beautiful blue earth, and not listen to people like you. And I will relish the fact while it lasts. Wow, Shift Up don't listen to people like him that wants dudes in Nikke. Minus 45! I mean, it is gross, but ultimately Hoyo has decided to pander to that community. Wow, what does that mean? If it wants to make the bulk of its bag of insecure losers, then they'll continue to appease insecure losers. Hoyo-verse, appeasing losers. It's a shame, but I feel like part of it is also to do with how, thanks to its policies, China has more lonely males than females. Minus 44. What being raised in a draconian country can do to generations? Minus 28. Okay. Wow. Shota in Blue Archive. Shota in Blue Archive, why not? Same thing applies to husbando. Gacha games. Do not add playable women in them, because that's not the target audience. If you make a waifu game, expect it to cater to that audience. There are plenty of very popular mixed games that appeal to everyone, such as Arc Knights, FGO, Grand Blue Fantasy, Epic 7, Limbus Company, Counter Sight, Tower of Fantasy, Genshin, Honkai Star Rail. So those are the mixed one, right? There's a lot of games that are mixed, right? So not every game is a waifu only, right? Not every game is a husbando only. But yeah, the reasoning behind Nikke being female only was already used by Claymore back in 2006, lol. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, I mean like it's just different audience altogether. No one really cares about male NPCs in waifu games or females in husbando games. Anderson is still an extremely popular character in Nikke still. Alright. Totally reasonable. Expectations are set from the start, and people are drawn to the game that caters more to their preferences. Advocating to change a waifu game to a mixed game is obviously going to be met with pushback. I don't think I know of any games that switch their course halfway. Like, do you guys know any games that switch their course halfway? Imagine dudes in Azul Lane. Dude husbando ships in Azul Lane. Actually, there are some characters in Azul Lane that borderline looks like a fanboy. They don't look like female. They don't look like girls. They look borderline like fanboys, you know? I'm not sure if you guys know. If you guys know, alright? I've seen some before. I can't remember their names for sure, but I'm pretty sure there are some. PTN? PTN has 1 or 2 guys, right? Demon was a guy. Dude waifu hybrids. But yeah, PTN, I think it's been a while since they released any dudes in the game. But I remember there's a few. There's a few from the start. Maybe they'll release more in the future. This man taking L after L. Huh. Is it man if they complain about lack of man on waifu games? Ah, like Yanqing? In the case of Nikke, people are there for a reason, and you're trying to introduce something new into the mix that's the opposite to what people are there for. Honkai Impactor has always been about girls. Honkai Star Rail is there for you if you want Honkai with boys. True. Different games have different target audience. If you came into Genshin community and started asking for sexualized lollies, I would tell you to get lost. There's other place for you. What do you mean sexualized lollies? You mean like Chichi and Klee but even more sexualized? Damn. Please no hybrids. Yeah, it will always be weird. It will always be weird altogether. And the case by case feels more aggregating from some cases. Otome games feel niche and it shows. Not many talk about Tears of Tamis sadly. Yeah, there's Tears of Tamis, right? If you like dudes. He means pregnant. No. We don't go there, alright? We don't go the pregnant route today. Okay, very interesting actually. Hell no, I ain't no lolicon. Genshin isn't about sexualized lollies. I hope it never does. Nikke is about sexy woman. I don't play the game, so I might mischaracterize it, okay? With their ass visible during combat. Can look at their ass sense. If you add boys into the game, and those boys are somehow best in slot, you will be making those players watch some man's ass and dick jiggle. I'm sure some of them will appreciate it, but it's not what they sign up for. Damn. Damn. Who's up to watch some man's ass in Nikke? Huh? Imagine, right? Why would people go to Nikke and watch man's ass? You start Nikke for the ass and tits and character designs, but continue to play for the story and the new ass and tits that get added along with the depression and trauma events. True. It will be extremely weird. I don't want to see that shit. I know, right? It will be so weird. Selfish, narcissistic people like you are some of my least favorite in all gacha games. Why go into McDonald's asking for a pizza and then try to gaslight everyone that it should be normal? Nikke isn't for you. If you want playable males, simple as. There are so many choices for games with male characters. Feel free to find something there. Expecting everything to bend to your whim is extremely shallow-minded and toxic. Wow. This guy just want dudes on Nikke, man. All he wants is some dudes in Nikke. But he's been called shallow-minded and toxic. So he has to delete his post, man. He has to delete his entire post. Can you imagine this guy write this essay on Christmas and get destroyed by other people? To the point he has to delete his post? Damn, feels bad, man. Feels bad. This went from essay to gangbanging. Just play a league. He just want to see dudes in Nikke, right? All he wants is to see dudes in Nikke. But you know what they say? If you can't take backlash, don't write essays, you know? don't write essays. His post is pretty stupid. It is, but maybe like you could also agree that some people are a little bit harsh, you know? He could be a kid, but you know, it is what it is.